Hi everyone, it's Marva Riley. Sitting in my backyard. It's Saturday afternoon. It's a beautiful day. It's still winter, but it's a nice sunny, beautiful day in my neck of the wood. Just chilling in my backyard with my dog and reflecting on life. So last night, my honey and I went out to the town. We actually had dinner and then went for a walk downtown, and we stopped at a bar. He had a beer. And before I left, before I got dressed to leave, I was just reflecting on life because my very good friend is very sick and has taken excellent care of her health and was diagnosed with a serious heart disease and had to have emergency surgery. So things like that tends to make us reflect, on our own body, our own mortality. And that's exactly what I was doing a lot yesterday, a lot of prayer and reflecting. But I looked in the mirror as I was getting dressed, and the person that was looking back at me, I kind of didn't recognize. I said, that's me. And I called my sister and I said, listen, I'm going to have to look in the mirror more often because I'm getting older. I mean, there are wrinkles where I never saw them before. My skin doesn't look as, as youthful as, say, a year or even 2 years ago. I even noticed that my eyes look different. The hair, for sure, looks different. Everything is just changing and actually aging. And I think that can be a frightening thing for many. It's a bit daunting for me. I'm not sure if I want to use the word frightening, but it's a bit daunting for me. But yes, it is something that we definitely need to think about more often, reflect on more often, and decide how am I going to react to this inevitable situation of getting older. We can worry about it, or we can accept it and live our best life now. Now, I learned that years ago, actually, but it seems as though we need to periodically remind ourselves of how precious this life is, how short it actually is. I remember years ago when I had severe cardiac disease, among many other things that nearly took my life. I used to do a lot of reflecting on death and dying. Then yesterday, we had a contractor working for us, I think Friday, and he had his radio playing, and there's a song that I always love. It's a country and western song, and it says, live your life like you were dying. Love a little harder, laugh a little louder, live your life like you were dying. And perhaps that's a good way to look at things, to live each day as if it is indeed our last, and appreciate what I have. Recently, my daughter has been saying, yes, as she looks in the mirror, she notices the changes, and she's only 40. But she said it's such a privilege to grow older because so many young people in their teens, children, teenagers, 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s are transitioning. Not to say it's not a better place to be. That's definitely not what I'm implying. But we have to learn to enjoy and appreciate this life with all its ups and downs. Getting older, I'm feeling ache and pain here and there where I never felt it before. I have to do more stretches and more exercise to loosen up these joints. Yes, and some bath soaks and Epsom salt. My sciatica is flaring up, and I soak in Epsom salt, have my husband massage it for me, and do some stretches, and that certainly helps. So, but these are things that you have to do more often. Gotta tune up that body in order to age well, so that even when we're well in our 70s and 80s and 90s and perhaps 100, we can still walk, we can still be independent, we're still in our right mind, we're healthy goddesses and gods, healthy men and women as we age. And yes, I was saying, my iPhone storage is full, so I just cut my video off in the middle of it. I hope you understand. I was saying, let us learn to accept, and I'm talking to myself, as they would say, preaching to the choir. Let us learn to accept ourselves as we age, as we transition, as we look different, as we feel different, to embrace the changes and the differentness, to do our best to remain healthy as we grow older, because I do know that it's possible. My dad will be 90 on the 15th of February, in a few days. And of course, you look at him and he is an older man, but you know what? He's slender and fit, and he stoops and does gardening, and he does his own cleaning. He cooks every day from scratch, and walks like 1.5 miles to church and back on Sundays, in very good shape. And I know that if he does it, I can do that too. My mom will be 85 in a few months. She too is in her right mind, no dementia. And my mom also is physically healthy. She's in good shape. And I know that I too can be. I mean, they do have issues. My mom has some back soreness and pain sometimes, which is very difficult for her to deal with. But, usually when she takes a little bit of anti-inflammatory and do some soak and some massage, she's good for several months. And so many other people I know of that are in very good shape, even though they're well in their 80s and in their 90s. So I know I can be. I need to embrace the fact that I am getting older. That's probably the main thing that I'm addressing right now, that I'm talking to. Like I said, I'm talking to myself. Embrace the getting older process, because it's inevitable. It's not anything that I can stop, and adjust myself accordingly, so that I can enjoy the latter part of my life. I'll be 60 in May. I feel good, and I know that I look good, and I'm doing all that I possibly can to maintain a good health and to age well. And I encourage you to do the same. Make time for fun. We went dancing last night. Make time for fun, and eat healthy. Make time for some exercise. Get good sleep. That is so vital to stay healthy. And your sleep is vital for losing weight and keeping it off for good. Drink plenty of water. I need to get inside now and go drink some water, because that helps the skin and the skin elasticity, and helps to prevent the skin from aging too quickly. All right. Nice chatting with you. This is Marva Riley, and take care of your health. Okay?